Hey, it's my tech in here with the truth. I realize that when I do some videos that they're gonna get attacked, and I mean attacked hard, and that I'm pretty much gonna have to defend the video no matter what it's about. So here goes one of them. I mean, we're talking about one of the big ones on YouTube, and that's Thunderf00t, who has over 160,000 subscribers. I don't know how many real active ones, but still, the fact is the man's big, and he's got a lot of fans. But one of his videos today I saw was called "Feminism is Poisoning Atheism." Okay, he said he put it in quotation marks and things like that. And I said it was about a few PC, and I'm like, well, you give the impression in your video, you say feminist. I would have, like, I used to be real bad for just pigeonholing libertarians until I actually started talking to some of them and getting to know some of them. Do I think a lot of the policies of the right-wing libertarians messed up? Yes, I do. But, in general, do I think that libertarians in general are crazy crackpot dumbasses? Some, yes. Some, no. Depends on who you talk to. So, you should have been more specific in that, but, I mean, you basically do give Christians ammunition. You're giving them ammunition for why they should, hate atheists, and why other people should hate atheists and be fearful of you. You're adding fuel to the fire. Just like I used to add, and I was like, well, you let the Democrats and Republicans have it, Mike. Yeah, because both of them suck. But, see, you're not being objective, Thunderfoot. You're not. I mean, you're just trying to act like just because you've had some run-ins with some bad portions of the feminist movement, there's all sorts of different types of feminists. Why didn't you talk about, I don't know, vampires on the prowl queue? My buddy, Shannon, Indifferent Sky, Sick Mouth, Thing Too Cool for You. These people are wonderful, wonderful women, very open-minded, like to fight for men and women. So when you say feminists are poisoning atheism, you are clumping a whole group together. And when you do that, then you become the bigot. I was watching Coughlin's radio response to you, and I thought it was actually very good. And he hit a lot of points right on the head that you are basically no different than a lot of the religious fundamentalists that you go after. Because you're saying they're dogmatists and I could, but I'm not going to bore people to death with that. You say this, you say that they're dogmatists and that they don't look at the evidence and stuff. Well, when you clump all feminists together, you're basically doing the same thing that they've done to you. You're doing the same thing that the MRA does to feminists. Because the MRA's argument is feminism bad, MRA cure. That's like feminism cancer, MRA cure. Well, I actually met a guy today who said that he didn't hate feminism, just the radical ones. So see, again, there's not all MRA are actually crazy, just sadly the large majority of them that I've met so far. But see, again, I don't know how many actually are crazy. It's just maybe the crazies are the ones that are just the loudest in their opinion. That's the way it is sometimes, sadly. Just like libertarians. There's a lot of sensible libertarians. I may not agree with what they stand for, a lot of them, but they're not batshit crazy like the Ron Paul fans and stuff. They're really not. Well, see, I met a couple of, there I go, even. We got to stop this generalization of people. Because if we don't, then we'll never reach people. We'll never get through to them. I mean, not every libertarian is a bigot, racist moron who kisses the ass of Milton Friedman. That's just not reality. Sometimes, it's easy to get caught up like that because you get to see people over. It's just like the NRA. There's probably some decent, like I saw a guy cut up in his NRA card before the kids in Sandy Hook. I mean, because everybody's like, man, these NRA people are nuts. Well, not every one of them is. Now, I'll talk about them in another video, but some of them are way wacko. They're, out there in outer space. And they deserve to be attacked. But you just can't say that, it would be like when I did a video, libertarians ruined the economy. It's basically saying, oh, well, libertarians, you gotta be, like if I was to say Milton Friedman ruined the economy, then you could say, oh, yes, he's naming a specific person instead of just everyone in general. You gotta be careful of how you label things, Thunderfoot. You, of all people, should know this. And, again, you talk about how, again, the religious people have pigeonholed you, how they've stereotyped atheists and everything. Well, what do you think you're doing? You're not doing anything different than what they've done to you. Like I said, I know this video is going to get attacked because of who I'm going after. That's okay. Let them come. If the Thunderfoot drones come, let them come. Because, I don't care. I'll attack them big and small. I don't care. If they want to bring their little sock puppets, bring them. Thunderfoot's like, my people don't have sock accounts. How do you know? How do you know that there aren't people with 4 or 5 just to rate your videos up and everything? I know I'm no match for you. Coughlin's got a better chance because he's got 23,000, 25,000 subscribers, but I'm no match for you. I'm not, and I know that. That's fine by me. I probably would have been a lot bigger person on YouTube had I started making videos back in 2007 or 8. I wish I'd had a camera back then, but I happened to come in when people just really stopped subscribing to YouTube, and at the beginning my videos weren't that great. So, that's cool by me. I got 1,075 subscribers, which is very impressive, considering the fact that I don't use a lot of effects and everything. So that's, it's not that bad. That's very good. But, I'm outnumbered by 160,000 plus subscribers. So I know that. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to, call your ass out when I think you need it. This was absolutely just a ridiculous video. So, you're doing exactly what your opponents, your enemies do to you. How much better does that make you than them? It makes you no different. It makes you no better. It makes you them. I learned. I'm getting better at not generalizing people. Once in a while I still fall into it. It's okay if you fall into it, but dig yourself out. Say, you know what? I generalized. I misspoke. My bad. But you don't seem to want to do that. You'll end up like the Amazing Atheist. Because that's exactly what's happened to him. Even though he's got his subscribers and everything, the fact is, a lot of people look at him now as a bigot, misogynist, and, they do. They look at him like that because of what happened with that woman, or rape victim, excuse me, that he said, I hope you get raped in the ass with my fist and stuff, and I'm like, jeez Louise, but you're gonna, if you don't watch the slippery slope you're on, you're gonna end up like him. You're gonna end up like the Amazing Atheist. So yeah, I know I'm pretty much on a shit train here because I know I'm attacking the Amazing Atheist and Thunderfoot, so that pretty much has got me on pins and needles, but that's okay. Again, if I don't call myself, I call myself the truth teller, but if I don't tell the truth, then I'm not, the truth teller. Like I said, I used to be a bigot on libertarians. I did. But I got to know some of them, and I actually like some of them. And there's a few libertarian ideals that I do like. Like, let people have their own personal freedom, like gay marriage and stuff. But yeah, I actually agree with that, and I actually agree with the drug wars, especially on marijuana and stuff. It's absolutely silly. It has done nothing. But, I just differ on, and like anti-war, actually one thing that I like about Ron Paul was his foreign policy. I wouldn't vote for him for president, but I would put him Secretary of Defense. But, you know, that's just, you know, just to sum it up, I don't want to keep dragging on, but you're no different. You're not one bit different than the enemies and the people that you say stifle free growth and evolution and everything. And uh, your mantra is science and education for the win. Well, read a book about feminism and know that there are actually different fractions, like the sex positive, the moderate, the liberal feminist, the conservative feminist. There's different fractions. That's all I'm going to say.